Have you ever stared at a line item on a bank statement, a simple digital entry of numbers and letters, and felt the floor of your entire world crack open beneath you? I was sitting in my home office, the glow of the monitor painting my face in the pre-dawn darkness of a Chicago Tuesday. The charge was for $112.47 at a place called the Velvet Hour, a cocktail lounge on the west side I'd never even heard of. It was the 47th charge I couldn't explain. The 47th little crack in the foundation of my 10-year marriage to Sarah. I scrolled up, my heart hammering against my ribs. Florists in neighborhoods she never visited. Restaurants with tables for two. Hotel parking garages. It was a breadcrumb trail of betrayal, and I knew, with a certainty that chilled me to the bone, that I was standing at the edge of a lie so vast it would swallow my life whole. If you genuinely enjoy our stories, please subscribe to the channel. Tell us where you're from and what time it is right now. It's always fascinating to know how far our story flows. The humiliation came first, a hot, creeping shame that felt like it was physically burning me from the inside out. I thought of all the times I'd worked late, grinding away at my architecture firm to build a life for us, while she was, where? At the Velvet Hour. I remembered her strange behavior, the sudden obsession with her phone, the way she'd angled the screen away from me with a casualness that was anything but. The late-night gym sessions that left her smelling of perfume, not sweat. The excuses were always plausible, just on the edge of believable. A networking dinner, a friend's crisis. Hey! She'd become a stranger, her warmth replaced by a brittle, defensive coldness. "You're being paranoid, James," she'd say, her voice dripping with a condescending pity that made me feel small and foolish. She and whoever she was with felt untouchable, wrapped in a cocoon of their own arrogance. The breaking point came on a rainy Thursday. I'd come home early, hoping to surprise her, maybe try to talk, to fix whatever was broken. I found the front door unlocked and heard laughter from our bedroom. Well, not her laugh, but a man's. A smug, self-satisfied sound that echoed in the hallway. I stood there, paralyzed, rain dripping from my coat onto the hardwood floor, listening to the sounds of my life being dismantled. That was the moment the loyal, loving husband died. I backed away, silent, and walked out of that house. I drove to a cheap motel near O'Hare, the city lights blurring through my tears. And for the first time, I didn't feel broken. I felt a cold, terrifying clarity. I wasn't going to confront her. I wasn't going to scream or cry. I was going to erase her. For the next 3 months, I became a ghost in my own life. I hired a private investigator, a grizzled ex-cop, who specialized in marital infidelity. I needed more than just suspicion. I needed irrefutable, soul-crushing proof. He delivered. Photos of Sarah and a man named Mark, a slick real estate developer from her firm, leaving a boutique hotel in the Gold Coast, his arm draped possessively around her. Receipts from dinners I never knew about. Timestamps of them entering his high-rise apartment on North Clark Street and not leaving until morning. I meticulously documented every charge, every text message I managed to recover, every lie. I opened a new bank account and began quietly moving my assets. I met with the best divorce attorney in Chicago, a woman known for her ruthless, take-no-prisoners approach. We built a case, brick by brick, a legal fortress she would never breach. The trap was set for our anniversary. Sarah, oblivious, had planned a lavish party at our home, a grand performance for all our friends and family. It was perfect. The day before the party, my lawyer filed for divorce, citing adultery, and served Mark at his office, naming him in the petition. The process server made sure to do it in the middle of his crowded office, his voice booming as he read the allegations.
Ow.
The fallout was immediate. His firm, built on an image of family values, suspended him, who I later learned left him that same day. But the main event was for Sarah. The night of the party, our house was filled with people. She was radiant, playing the part of the perfect wife. Halfway through the evening, I stood up to make a toast. I raised my glass, my hand steady. To my wife Sarah, I began, my voice calm and clear, who has taught me the true meaning of commitment. A screen I had secretly set up behind me flickered to life. It wasn't a slideshow of our happy memories. It was the photos. Sarah and Mark kissing outside the hotel. Sarah and Mark laughing at a candlelit dinner. The final image was a screenshot of our bank statement with all 47 charges highlighted in red. The room fell into a dead, horrified silence. I watched her face, the smile frozen, the color draining away until she was as white as a ghost. Her friends stared. Her parents looked on in disbelief and shame. There was no explanation, no escape. I placed my wedding ring on the table, turned, and walked out the door without a single word. The divorce was brutal and swift. She got nothing. The prenup held, and our meticulously gathered evidence made sure of it. She lost the house, her social standing, her family's respect. The last I heard, she was living in a small apartment, working a low-level admin job. The arrogance was gone, replaced by something hollow. I never saw her again. Sometimes late at night, I sit in my quiet, empty apartment overlooking the city, and I don't feel triumph. I don't feel anger. I just feel the cold, heavy silence of a war won, but a life I lost. The end.